Okay, you're about to hear a phone call that I just made literally a few hours ago with a bunch of excited people all around the country. I mean, literally, I think I was able to record about 13 or 14 different states that were on this particular call. They're all excited about this thing that we call Vasayo. And I just want you guys to take a peek at it. And then at the end of that particular call, you'll have an opportunity to make a couple of choices. One is you can choose to join us as brand partners and come on board with this plane of an opportunity. Or two, you can actually just become one of our customers, which we're going to have tons of customers that is tapping into this, or pass altogether. So go ahead and take a listen. Here we go.
All right, I heard you loud and clear saying to get this call started, so I want to get this party started. I want to say welcome to everyone that's on the call. I think I heard about 13 different states. Some of you that may have tried to chime in and represent your state, I may not have heard you, but I heard California, Illinois, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Florida, Alaska, South Carolina, Nebraska, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Colorado. And if I didn't call you out, hey, no disrespect. I know you guys are going to blow up your space as well, too. I don't know if you feel the energy of what's going on, but if you could look through my window right now, and I'm here in my office pacing, you probably think I was a crackhead. Because I am super excited about what's going on here, and I could not wait to get on tonight's call. My name is Cedric Crawford, better known as MrMakeItGreat.com. I am a motivational speaker, success coach, and also an author as well, multiple books and stuff out there. And I have said yes to this particular space and this particular company. And the biggest question I get from people is, Cedric, why do you want to do something in one of those things? And so, and I tell you, it's easy for people to say no when you don't know. But when you know and you find out what you didn't know, it's hard to say no. I hope I didn't lose you. But, and I'm one of those. I ain't no dummy. I like to say it that way. Because once you become in the know, it's hard to say no. And I just knew too much eventually where I would be two kinds of crazy and three kinds of foolish to turn a blind eye to such an opportunity. Plus, if you're if you're selfless servant leader, notice I didn't say selfish, but selfless servant leader, you could really do well in this particular industry, because I have never seen another industry ever that is front-loaded, back-loaded, and middle-loaded with people who can leverage and squeeze the juice out of that type of selfless servant leadership and be a blessing to so many other people. So, but I digress. Let me jump in here real quick. I only got 15 minutes that I'm going to be trying to chime in with you and let you know why we're super excited about what we have and believe that the opportunity that we have is not only 5-star, but it's first to many and second to none. And I was just talking to somebody recently, and I told them, I said, with the tool we have, guys, if you're digging for diamonds, would you want to use a shovel or a backhoe? And so for those of you who don't know what a backhoe is, one of those big old couple of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pound machines that they dig deep. And obviously you'd be two kinds of crazy not to say that you'd want the backhoe. Well, what opportunity we have in our laps, my friends, it is a backhoe. A backhoe. Okay, we like to talk about 5-star opportunity. And I like to equate that to a 5-star hotel. I love 5-star hotels. You know why? Because I stayed at a 1-star before, and I could hear what was going on in the other room, and my kids were with me. So I like 5-star. So we believe our opportunity is a 5-star opportunity. Means there's 5 pillars, 5 principles, 5 things that have to exist to make for a great legacy company. And I have framed them around what I call the 5 P's. That's P for prosperity. And I'm going to share those with you real quick. I'm going to ask the who, what, when, why, where, and how as fast as I can with this. So if you think slow, speed up your thinking, because I'm talking fast. But I want to make sure you get it. Okay, let's start with the first P. It has to be in place in order to make a rock star of an opportunity. And it starts, my friends, with the people. What type of people are behind the plan? I was talking to a good friend literally just about an hour ago, and when I mentioned the name Dallin Larson, and has come out of retirement to do his legacy company. And I went to go on telling him about what we're about to do. And then I asked him at the end, I said, well, what did you like best about what I just said? He said, dude, you had me at Dallin Larson. And so Dallin Larson is what we consider, I call him the Bill Gates of the industry, of the direct selling industry. And the reason why I use that term, because everybody knows the Bill Gates name. Why? Because of what he did with Microsoft. If he was to start another company and let average, everyday people like ourselves participate in the growth of that company directly, then we'd be lining up around the corner to try to get involved in that particular opportunity. Why? Because it's Bill Gates. We wouldn't care what the product or service was. We just know it's Bill Gates, and his track record is impeccable in his particular industry. Now, we have Dallin Larson, which doesn't have $1 billion company to his credit. He has 2. So in all seriousness, well, I guess Bill Gates would be the slacker. So we have 2, and he says this will be his 3rd and final legacy company. So Dallin Larson has this track record, again, that's off the records with what he's actually done. And he's smart enough to know that he has to surround himself with great people who are smarter than him in certain things as well, because it really takes the teamwork to make the dream work. And so putting those people together, he's put together an all-star panel of people and executives that surround him to be able to take this one from zero to a hero. And I'm going to say record time. We will see. Okay, so Dallin, that people is behind it. The next thing is you got to have what I call the product. And the product, my friends, that we have is literally as a tool. It's not a shovel. It's a backhoe. In fact, I affectionately kind of refer to it as that 2017 red convertible Stingray Corvette. Everybody, it's shiny. You want to see it. You want to know more about it. So we have 5 products, and all of them address what I call body, brain, energy, and pain. And then there's sleep. I even made it rhyme for you. I'll say it again. Body, brain, energy, and pain. And then you got sleep. And those 5 are centered around the most pervasive problems that we have in our society. And one being our body. Let's start with that one, that first product. That we have the essential, core essential product that's actually designed to give people those essential vitamins that you can't get in your food. Can't. It's very hard to get it. And so then we have another product that also is designed for the brain. It's called Neuro. And it's like a well-balanced meal for the brain, if you really think of it. In fact, Ashley said, when was the last time you actually ate a meal and thought about what you were eating, saying, hey, is this going to have any trace minerals in it or anything that's good for my brain? Well, the answer for me is never. I've never thought about that. But now we can literally have a product in our hand that's highly absorbable that we know is giving us good brain health to avoid what I call the PAD, which stands for the Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia, which is the onset of that has never been more pervasive in our culture before. Today, it's because of the food that we put in our bodies. So now we have an answer to that, my friends. An answer. The next thing is energy. That's kind of self-explanatory. Everybody and their mama and the dog is trying to get stuff into their system in order to be able to give themselves that boost of energy. And they're using stuff with taurine and other stuff that's in it. And yeah, I'll give you that energy, but with every little dose, it's like you're sipping a little poison because it's not good for your body. And so we have come in with something that's a good, clean, all-natural product that actually is sublingual, sprayed under the tongue, that will give you that energy level that boosts you out there. So that's our energy one. Then we have a product called Renew. This is a sublingual one as well, which is sprayed under the tongue, which is scientifically proven to be one of the highest absorbable ways to get into the bloodstream quickly. This Renew is designed for inflammation in the body, joint pain, and other cell health as well, which is it's going to be a rock star popular product for us as well. And then the 5th and final one is a sublingual spray as well. It's for sleep, for you to achieve, first of all, it gets your body and your brain ready for sleep, and then you can achieve that REM sleep, and then wake later feeling like the sleep was enough. In fact, I heard an interesting statistic recently that said there's 67, that's 67 by the way, folks, 67% of Americans have some type of problems with sleep. So there you have the 5 flagship products that we're actually out with. Now, here's the difference between what we have. This is why we feel that our product is unprecedented, unparalleled, for anything that's on the market is because we use a micronutrient encapsulation process called liposomes that actually wraps these particular trace minerals and nutrients that's in each one of these products so that it can make it through the body's digestive system intact. When it reaches the cells in the bloodstream, it can get absorbed into levels that's 5 to 10 times higher than anything else that's out there on the market. I'm going to let that marinate a little bit. The absorption rate of the products that we have is unprecedented, unparalleled by any other nutraceutical out there on the market, my friends. So when I say backhoe, that's what I'm talking about. This is a big tool to be able to leverage. And the way I see it, there's only two different types of people in this country. Those who are consuming dietary supplements for their health and those who should be. So our market is wide open. So this product is off the hook. Next P, period of timing. I couldn't think of a better time to be involved in something like this. In fact, if you talk home-based business, I saw an interesting statistic just yesterday that home-based business saw 11% growth last year. This is people are waking up saying, hey, we need an extra stream of income that's coming into our home. If we can do that and partner with some people that are like-minded, we can get it done. So period of timing fits there. Period of timing also fits in that we know there's nothing in our food. And even for those who do organic and all natural, our soils are depleted because of our poor agricultural practices we've had over the years. So it's even tough to get it in. And then it's expensive. And then you got to eat a whole lot of it to absorb what the body really needs. I'm lazy when it comes to my health. So I love to be able to have products that fill in the gaps that I cannot fill in with the food that I have. Does that make sense? And I can hear all of you saying yes to yourself. Because it does. So period of timing is great. Oh, period of timing as it relates to the company, oh my goodness. You can say you've been on board with a company that has not even shipped its first product yet. I don't know how much new you can get as far as period of timing goes. And this company will, I'm going to go on the record and say this company will reach $1 billion. That's with the B, folks, because Dallin has done it with us other two. He knows what he's doing. Let me say it again. He knows what he's doing. So we can rest assured when we put that head on the pillow at the end of the night saying that we got somebody that's flying this plane and he knows what he's doing. Done it before, this is going to be great. All right, so period of time is great. Next thing, profitability, compensation, the reward plan. That's that fourth P, profitability. We have the ability to make a profit here because if we're not getting incentivized to take this backhoe of a tool out there, then they know we'll fall off and go back to doing that stuff that we were normally doing. And so there's a profitability plan here. I don't know about on your job, but we get paid 8 different ways. And if you really want to build it, there's a 9th way that we can cash in on as well. Why? Because they want to bless the socks off of us to be a servant leader in this particular space. So when you're talking about profitability, that's a huge thing that will keep people in the game here as well. Then we have the 5th P. In fact, if this P was not in place, I would not be talking to you today, folks. This P is what I call a process and plan that's in place to plug into. Call this team. It's called hbfaststart.com. That's our website. That's the place where we get the motivation, inspiration, and education, more importantly, there. It will be updated regularly so we can take people who actually have been in this industry or business one day or 35 years. It doesn't matter. They can be educated there very quickly and be able to bring them up to speed so we can give them the chance to win in this opportunity. If that was not here, my friend, I would not be talking to you. I would not be talking to you. We have stuff to do. But we can plug our people into this. They can lock arms with other people that have come through this minefield and got a couple of limbs missing to show for it. And they know they've achieved the success there. So we just get in behind them and say, go! Keep going! So that actual process, that plan that's already in place is huge. Now, there's a silent P as well, too. This is the 6th P. Not many people talk about it, but I love it because it fits here. And this is the passion. It's the ability to be passionate about what we have. You see, when your friends or family or even a foe that's suffering out there in more ways than one, we can do more than just pray for them. We can leverage a tool that can help them health-wise and wealth-wise, and gives them an actual tool to be able to leverage into other people's lives. Because that's the way the model is set up. Someone was asking me the other day, is it one of those companies, businesses that you put a lot of people in and what have you in debt? And I'm like, oh, thank God it is. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't do it. Because I don't want to use all of my effort to be able to build something special and significant. Henry Ford said it best when he said, I would much rather have 1% of 100 men's efforts than 100% of my own effort. Why? Because it frees up your time. You don't have to go quit your day job. You can plug them into the team. Get them on the calls like me, a person like myself, and other people that we have, leaders on the team, that are willing and able and capable of being able to reach out there and maybe even do something that you may not feel very comfortable with, being able to share this with them. So that passion thing is there, that you can be passionate about it. You don't have to whisper about it under your breath. Oh, I'm involved in Vasayo. No, you can really speak loud and proud about this particular thing. So there you have it, my friend. Those are the 5 stars opportunity that we have here. I'm going to recap for those of you who may come on the phone late. That first one is the people. Alan Larson, Bill Gates of this particular industry. The next one is the product. Unprecedented, unparalleled. Oh, my goodness. 5-star of them. Then after that, we got the period of timing. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. And then the 4th one, we have the profitability, the ability to be able to be paid for our efforts that we put out there as well. Very important. And then the 5th one is, yes, we have a process and plan already in place, so you don't have to quit your day job. Your people can be plugged in, and they can go up with us and reach whatever level of success that you define and how you define it. And then, obviously, the ability to be passionate about what it is that we have here. Friends, I am super excited, if you can't tell. And I love doing these calls. I'm here every Thursday night at 6 o'clock. For those of you who have been praying, here's my prayer. If you've been praying for something, like, Lord, send me something that I could have, that I can embrace and be able to be passionate about, that can actually give me a chance to win. Well, welcome to this backhoe of an opportunity, because this is a huge tool, a huge bat that you can literally take your position, plant your feet, and watch it come in and knock this baby out of the park. Knock it out of the park. It is a great opportunity to be able to plug in with a bunch of excitable people that are uplifting, encouraging, that are cheerleaders, that are your biggest champion. And if you don't like this type of people, being around these type of people, this is going to suck for you. So get out now and run. Don't say yes, because this really is the type of party where we have people that are people you want to be around, that'll high-five you in your efforts to be able to do something. So there you have it, my friends. For those of you who will say yes to this particular opportunity, I am going to high-five you in advance and say, hey, welcome aboard the plane. Not a train. This is the plane, baby. And this plane is about to take off. And I like to say, sit down and buckle up and put your seat backs and tray tables in the upright and locked position, because this baby is we're about to leave the runway. We don't even have a product in our hand yet. Every UPS truck and FedEx truck passed by. I'm looking out the window saying, please stop, please stop. Please stop. Oh, it's not here. My product, the product should be here for us brand partners who've already ordered it. It should be here like any minute. And the growth we've seen, my friends, just that in alone by itself is huge. And we don't even have a product. I can't imagine when we get the product. And people start getting something in our miracle bodies, and our bodies start doing stuff that it's supposed to do, but we now have equipped it and empowered it to do it. And then we're going to have crazy claims being made out there. So if you're new to this call, and I sound a bit weird, get used to it. I mean, when you're excited about something like this here, as I am, it's on like Donkey Kong, as we say. Welcome in advance to you who will say yes. If you don't know it all and you don't get it all, just plug into the person who invited you on the call, and they're going to be able to plug you into the system so you can go up and have a great way to win. If you're a selfless servant leader here, welcome aboard. Because literally you can have a field day here, because it's built on a model of being a selfless servant leader. Okay, is that enough? All right, I'm going to say this. It's MrMakeItGreat.com saying we only get one time through this life thing, my friend. Let's not take this opportunity and make it good. Let's squeeze the juice out of it and make it great. We're going to make this year so awesome that last year gets insanely jealous. Join us, and we're going to make it happen. All right, I'm going to open up these phone lines here so people can chime in and let us know where you're from, and you're going to hear about the excitement here. So give me a second to do that here. Oh, bro. Cedric, that was amazing. Robin and Roland Lessons, Omaha, Nebraska. That's Minnesota. Let's do this. Great call, Cedric.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that call. As you can see, I'm super fired up about what we have in this opportunity that we have in our hands. Whoever sent you this particular video or this audio recording, make sure you get with them and let them know what your intentions are, because we are, oh my goodness, we are exploding this thing and we're having so much fun, and we want you to join us. Join us or just become one of our many customers. Either way, I'm going to thank you in advance for taking your time out of your day to be able to even listen to this call. And if you're skeptical, I'm going to high five you already, because most skeptics wouldn't have even listened to the call or listened to this audio or video. So congratulations to you. Hopefully you'll make a good choice that's favorable to be able to join our team, and then we can plug you in, and hopefully I get a chance to meet you as well, because you can reach out to me by way of our team. And hey, it really does take the teamwork to make the dream work. And there's no one of us on this team that's better than the sum of us on this team. I'll say it again. There's no one of us on this team that's greater than the sum of us on this team. So we need you, and to leverage your influence and your credibility and your efforts as well, to be able to continue to build this juggernaut of an opportunity. Okay, thanks a bunch. Get with that person that actually gave you this video or this audio recording, and they'll let you know what you can do next. All right. Until then, let's not make this life good. Let's make it absolutely great. Awesome. Love, peace, chicken grease. Bye.